Hey guys, what's going on? It's Astro. Welcome back to a brand new video. Yesterday I finished the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, and I figured that I should make a video on this game because I have a lot to discuss here. But before I get into everything, I'd just like to thank everybody for the recent support. As of the last couple videos that I've been putting out, I've been seeing a little bit of growth in my channel, and I just want to appreciate everybody who's been watching my videos recently. Just thank you. It means a lot to me, and I know that only a couple numbers going up isn't a lot to some people, but for me it just shows that you guys are enjoying the content, and I do really appreciate your guys' feedback on my videos. But if you're a new viewer or a recurrent viewer, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps out the channel. But enough of my rambling, let's actually start talking about the game here. Modern Warfare 3's campaign is actually pretty good, in my opinion. This isn't to say that it isn't a bad game, because it does have some flaws, but overall, I don't think that this game is terrible by any means. The story is complicated, and the gameplay isn't really all that stellar, but what's being presented to us is actually pretty solid. Now, I will be talking about a couple of spoilers in the game's campaign, so consider this your warning. I will give another warning before I get to the actual spoilers. I just want to let you guys know that this video will contain spoilers. But there really isn't too much that I have to talk about this game. But if you care about spoilers, there will be a timestamp to the rest of this video, so just go there. But now that that's out of the way, here's my thoughts and opinions on the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. From right at the beginning, we're introduced to 3 soldiers carrying out a mission. Who these soldiers are, we don't know yet. They begin their ascension on the outer wall of an unknown facility, and slowly make their way inside looking for something. Or someone. Who am I kidding? It's Makarov. I mean, what were you expecting? They literally made a trailer name dropping him.
Makarov.
My Joker smile, you know who the villain is.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? There's only one problem that I have with this, and it's not the fact that Makarov isn't even in the game, because this was to be expected, and honestly it's really nice seeing him here. But it's when you do a retelling of an IP, and you just automatically expect most people to know who he is, without giving any prior backstory or anything to go off of. And I understand that they do explain his backstory a little bit later on in the story, but I shouldn't have to play until halfway through the game to understand why he's there or why he's a threat. The only context that we even get of him being an extremely dangerous person is right at the beginning, where Captain Price and the gang are inside of a carrier ship and immediately tell them to turn back around once he hears of his escape.
Watcher 1 to Bravo 6, Watcher to Bravo, over.
As well, go for 6.
John, Makarov is out.
Say again, Laswell.
Makarov is out. He's on the move, John.
Aboard! Turn us around! Turn us around now!
And you can easily counter my argument by saying, well, Astro. But that cutscene was supposed to show us how dangerous he is by Captain Price reacting, and that flashback mission is actually supposed to show how dangerous of a person he is outside of prison. And which, yes, I can agree with you on that, but take a look at the original Modern Warfare 2 and how they introduced Makarov.
This man, Makarov, is fighting his own war, and he has no rules, no boundaries. He doesn't flinch at torture, human trafficking, or genocide. He's not loyal to a flag or a country or any set of ideals. He trades blood for money.
Remember, you're Russian.
So I'll let you guys decide in the comments on who you think is more threatening. What I'm trying to say here though is Modern Warfare 2 originally established Makarov way better than what this game did. In Modern Warfare 3 they basically just expect everybody to know kinda who he is. Cause I mean, you know, it's Makarov, you already know who he is, right? It's not like half of the YYing 12-year-olds who even play your precious Warzone weren't even alive when the first games came out. And if you're one of the unlucky few who just didn't play the original games, then it's gonna be a little bit of a hard time understanding the importance of why bringing back Makarov as a character is even a thing. Because the only thing that you've seen so far is Makarov getting out of prison and Captain Price getting scared of that. We haven't had a whole previous game showing how important and powerful Makarov is. And again, we haven't even been shown why Captain Price is scared of him until halfway through the game. And mind you, this game's campaign is really short. It's like 3 to 4 hours, so it hardly gives you anything to really go off of. Nothing really happens in this this story, which is what I'm going to go over next. The story, which also means, yes, this is your spoiler warning. Again, this is a spoiler warning. I'm going to be going over the entirety of the Modern Warfare 3 story, so I highly suggest if you haven't beaten it or if you haven't played the game for yourself, go ahead and do it now. Now that it's over with, let's get into the story. After learning about Makarov's escape, we get a cutscene of Farah and her friend Dina in a car. This is more of just reintroducing the characters and showing what goes on in their personal life. Everything seems to be going fine until... So Farah's friend Dina gets shot. Now who did that, you may be thinking? It turns out that Makarov already sent his men over to Urzikstan. The goal for his group Kony was to steal a bunch of American missiles that had been provided to the ULF. Now here's where a couple of things get a little bit sketchy. We hear back from Shepard and Graves.
You miss me?
Now, how the fuck did you get here? Weren't you the motherfucker who betrayed Task Force 141 on Shepard's order and then fucking died in a tank? Well, guess what?
Well, I wasn't in that tank. What else you heard?
So it turns out that Graves wasn't even in the tank in the first place, and on the side he's also been helping Shepard supply weapons to the ULF.
You've been helpful to our cause.
You can thank General Shepard for that.
Been a minute since we heard from the general.
Well, he's been, occupied.
Waters everywhere.
Ain't that the truth?
Now if you're confused as to how you can even find that cutscene because it's not in the story for Modern Warfare 2 or 3, it's because it was a multiplayer exclusive cutscene. It was tied to Modern Warfare 2 Season 5. All it really was just to show that he's alive and then make more bundles about him. I'm not joking about this. Soon after, Kate gives Task Force 141 a location on a nuclear power plant that was abandoned by General Barkov. Cody has interest in the area, so naturally they need to go find out what's going on. And Price is sent in and he finds out that Kony's actually been storing chemical weapons. This leads to this huge set piece where all these chemicals are leaking out everywhere and Captain Price is actually exposed to everything. Captain Price does escape, but he passes out as soon as he gets out. This immediately makes the player concerned for his health and makes them wonder if he's going to be okay or not later in the future. Is this going to affect him in combat in the future? Is this going to eventually kill him at some point? No, they never address this ever again. Like, this doesn't even affect the main story. Him getting injured by the chemical weapons could have never happened and it would have done nothing to the story. But now we know that Makarov is actually in the possession of US missiles and chemical weapons, and it's learned that they're also being transported to a bunker near Urzikstan, so Captain Price makes his way out to the bunkers. It's kind of already following that Call of Duty stereotype, that whole princesses in another castle kind of move, where, oh, the weapons are in this one area, oh, they moved him, so now we gotta go find them. Oh, we found them, but they moved them again. But in this case, Captain Price finds where the missiles are being launched, but he's too late and 2 of them accidentally get sent out.
This is 6 in the blind. We have 2 missiles incoming to the Arklov base. They have chemical warheads. If you are there, get out. Now.
Meanwhile, Laswell is actually going undercover. There's a Russian operative by the name of Yuri who wants to meet her to give her information on Makarov. Yeah, that Yuri. The one that got punched by Captain Price.
So trusted you. I thought I could too. So why in bloody hell does Makarov know you?
He plays sort of a similar role as how he used to. He's kind of like a secret messenger, almost like a rat of the group. He's patriotic and devoted to Russia, but he also disagrees with Makarov and his plans, so he's willing to agree to fork over information to the US. One small problem, however, those missiles that were launched, they've made their way towards the base that Laswell's in. And of course they're also filled with the gas that Kony stole. Laswell eventually makes her way to Nikolai, and they make their escape. Meanwhile, Makarov is at the airport. I wonder what he could be doing. And here's where we begin the controversy. This woman, Samara, is an ex-soldier of the ULF. Boarding a flight to possibly go see her family, a man interrupts her and asks her some questions, eventually revealing to her that he knows exactly who she is. He brandishes a 3D printed Glock and proceeds to grab her, threatening the entire cabin. Multiple gunmen start to show up. Samara, with her military training, is somewhat able to handle the situation. As she wakes up, she starts to realize she's being dragged to the back of the cabin where Makarov meets her. He begins to start setting up a suicide vest. Makarov's plan is to frame the ULF. By using one of their ex-soldiers as a fake suicide bomber on a Russian airline, they're able to pin the blame on the ULF and call them terrorists.
You terrorist.
No!
You look like one.
And here's where I think that Modern Warfare 3 story is at its strongest, and then immediately at its weakest. Like, pretty much the rest of the story just goes downhill from here. So in a way to speed up this video, because it's been going on for way too long already, I'm gonna speed up my explanation a little bit. Are you ready? Here we go. Farah and Alex are sent to the crash site so that way they can recover the black box data and delete it. Our next mission is based on events that happened 4 years ago. Makarov sent his men to the Verdansk airport and the soccer field. He carried out a mass shooting and blew up a giant portion of the airport. This is obviously the reference as to why Captain Price was so worried about Makarov escaping, and we actually get to see a little bit of Soap's personality shine through this cutscene.
I'll blow your fucking brains out, you if you hear me. I swear to God I'll do it. Do it, come on. You shut your mouth. Let me finish him. John, we have him. He's in custody. He's not going anywhere.
We hear back from Shepard and Graves, Shepard offering info on the location of Makarov's financial manager, Milena. They pretty much get her to fork over her loyalty to Makarov by threatening to take away all of her money. Yes, I'm not joking, that's literally what happens. She ends up giving the location of Makarov's lead henchman, and honestly, I can't even be bothered to talk about this mission because literally nothing happens. All you do is kidnap him. That's it. Price and the gang are then sent to go sabotage a convoy thinking that Makarov is on board, unknowingly only finding Shepard. What the fuck is this pacing? 141 eventually just gives Shepard the ultimatum that he needs to clear Farah's name and then he needs to give all the information that he has on Makarov. He willingly gives the info on Makarov, but he also threatens Captain Price.
You screw me on this, John, and you'll be sorry you kept me alive.
Huh? What? Wait, you're still watching? Following Shepard's info, we're sent to the Verdansk Dam, where Makarov wants to resume his work that he originally had going in Verdansk. Can you guess what happens? Yeah, you stop him. On the next mission, we're sent to a hangar assisted by Graves and his shadow company through an AC-130. Makarov has chemical and explosive weapons stored here, and apparently he's arriving soon. They help to take him out and take out the explosives to be finally done with him. Can you guess what happens? Yeah, you don't kill him. It turns out that Makarov's actually in London. He wants to meet with a hacker that'll give him the ability to take over the channel. To all you Western viewers out there, the channel is short for a channel tunnel. It's this huge underwater tunnel system that goes all the way from France to the UK. Makarov planted an explosive in the middle of the tunnel in hopes of caving it in and flooding the city. Captain Price and Soap try to defuse it when all of a sudden...
Same time. Red wire. Red wire. Got it. So,
Take this to hell with you, Captain. Never bury your enemies alive.
Makarov ends up killing Soap and getting away. Now, as the player, you're probably really upset with this. And you're probably thinking, well damn, there's probably gotta be a mission where I can hang this motherfucker like the last one, right? No, because the campaign fucking ends right there with this mopey-ass, half-ass cutscene of them pouring his ashes over the fucking shore and then just walking away. And that's seriously how they end it. Like, there's nothing oh, what the fuck are we doing here? This shady motherfucker. Oh shit. Now, not everything about this game is terrible. The writing and pacing of the story may be bad, but honestly, the gameplay makes up for it. The open combat missions are honestly an open welcome to me. I know a lot of people online are complaining about them feeling too much like Spec Ops, but personally, I think it's a nice touch. It adds a bit of variety to the levels, and yeah, sure, it's not as linear. It gives you a lot of different ways to approach the area. Plus, the extra exploring is actually pretty useful, because if you intend on replaying these levels, or if you die, you can actually create a class, and you can use all of these weapons that you found. It's just little little things like that that make me enjoy the campaign. The gameplay overall doesn't really feel any different compared to Modern Warfare 2. I mean, it's the same engine, half of the guns in the campaign are just Modern Warfare 2 guns. Overall, it doesn't feel like anything special. Again, this just feels like a giant DLC for Modern Warfare 2 rather than its own new game. I don't really mind that it doesn't feel anything different, but I know that a lot of people aren't gonna like this. Overall, this game is just really confusing to me. The gameplay is fine because it's just Modern Warfare 2, but the story is just god awful. And I mean, for 4 hours of playtime, you can't really expect much, but for a $70 price tag for an apparently whole new experience, I just don't think it's worth it. I think Call of Duty is just stagnated at this point. I'm sure I'll enjoy the multiplayer for this game. I'll definitely try out zombies, but I'm just tired of these soft reboot remake games. I want an original IP. Hell, go Back to the Future if you can. But that's really about it. I don't really know what else to say about this game. The story wasn't too great. The gameplay is okay. I like the open combat missions, but this campaign doesn't really have anything to offer. But if you enjoy this campaign, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. I normally don't make long form content like this, and I'm not necessarily a game reviewer, so if my commentary isn't coherent, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to express my opinions on this game. But I hope you guys are having a good day or night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys in the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 3.